Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. It is Dr. DeChavo welcoming you back to yet another semester. And this video is going to be about a 20 to 30 minute video. Save it for future reference. I'm going over how to navigate this teaching platform. This is called D2L, also known as Brightspace. Different people call it different things, don't know why. And this will be for Anatomy and Physiology 1. Now, I'm going to do this for future courses as well, so realize the dates may be different per semester. So, when you click into your course and it will say fall of 2023, the first thing it'll bring you to is the home page. And if you pan down, all these widgets here are in content. They're just in multiple places. You'll find that as you start working through. I really like this work to do widget, and also the calendar widget shows upcoming events. So you'll see here quiz availability ends September 4th, quiz to the 11th, and I also have this in the content area. Here's your first exam. It will be on Tuesday, September 19th. It will close, okay, etc. It's just great. You can go right through this, okay? We'll talk about this a little bit later. This is a quiz you could take for 1 extra credit point that reviews the proctoring system because our exams are online. They're very easy. We've had a lot of people who have used it successfully, and if there's any issues, we'll help you out, so don't worry about it. Okay, so homepage, really great tool right here to make sure you don't miss any quizzes. Okay, and if you pan further down, there's other things. I think it's good to spend a little time. Here is online ticket and phone number should you have any issues. You can contact our IT department. A little bit about me. Okay, and that's just about it. Moving on to content. I am going to switch to student view. This is my first time teaching this, so I've tried to clean it up as much as possible. Bear with us. We're doing the best we can and trying to get this all set for you. When it comes to content to review, this is where you will go. And if you look, this is the only thing I don't like about D2L. I feel like this part is a little bit clunky, but work your way through it and you will get used to it. Going back up, I don't really use any of these, just so you know. If you come to table of contents, you can start to pan down. This is all introductory stuff. I will put this introductory video right here. General class information, we'll just pop into things really quickly. It's just kind of the overview of what we're covering in here. Meet the instructors. Dr. Flighty and I are the lecture instructors. She's going to send me a picture. I'll pop in here. That's me. A little bit about me. I'm actually a chiropractor. Ran my own practice for 10 years and then really loved teaching. So I got into teaching part-time, then full-time, and here I am 15 years later. Your textbook. So you do need to have from the library the notes that are the PowerPoint notes that I put together for you. I think we have this in here. And also, we don't have that. Okay, and also the lab notes you will need for a lab. They're like $10 each. As far as the book by Dr. Elaine Mariup, you could use any edition. You could get a cheapo version that's 5 years old. I don't care. They really don't change that much. You do not need to spend the $200 or $300 on the new one. Absolutely not. You could run it. You could get it on your iPad, whatever works for you. Any edition is fine. It is good to have one of the editions at least. Syllabus. Accessibility services. If you have accommodations, let me know, please. Syllabus, we're going to go through super quick. Okay. So there is my contact information. Really, email is the best contact. I check my emails at least 2 to 3 times a day, and I will get back to you by the end of the day if you've emailed me. So that's the best. I will have in-person reviews. They're Wednesdays, noon to 1 in the lab room, which is Donovan 2144. You could pop in there. I'll probably have a Zoom or two during the week. You could pop in there. And if you need to talk to me, just email me. We can set up a time. There's a breakdown. There's 4 major exams. There's a whole bunch of quizzes that are weekly. They're usually about 5 questions each. The exams will be proctored through a system called Respondus. I will go through that with you. I'm also going to try to meet with people in person to review that as well. The quizzes are given almost weekly. Always check for the quizzes. Remember at that homepage I showed you the quizzes are posted. Look to see when they're due. Always look at that. I do not reopen the quizzes. That is imperative. You will have due dates coming up in the future very soon. You've got to get used to that. Discussions. We will have 5 discussions. They're worth 2 points each for a total of 10 points. They are spaced out during the semester. I have them all open. If you want to start working at them, you can do so. Okay, try to get them done the weeks that they are due. And I'll show you that in just a minute. Here's your grading scale. You do have to have a C or above, so keep an eye on that. If you are not doing well, come see me and I will help you as best as I can. Okay. Accommodations, come see me. Expectations. The biggest thing with expectations is I expect you not to cheat. I will tell you exactly what to do for the online exams, and you take them at home. It makes it easier for everyone time-wise. We open them for 24 hours, gives us a little more time to lecture in person on the Mondays, and you will have to scan your area in order to make sure the area is clear and don't look away. That's really the biggest thing. The rest is just all kind of, things that we should all be aware of: appropriate clothing, no foul language, etc. Okay, here's the weekly breakdown that is tentative. And moving back. Okay, here's the bulk of the content. Okay, here's our weekly schedule. So if you have difficulties with schedules, here's the breakdown. You also have that schedule on the home page. It has when the exams are, when the weeks end. You'll see that's when the quizzes are given. But more importantly, with this weekly schedule, we have that first page, home page quiz schedule that goes along. We also email you every week. So please, we actually post announcements every week. I'm sorry. They will be in here under announcements. We probably won't email them. You have to come into the class and check it every week. If you do any of the online study guides, please make it private. I randomly look to see if my material is out there and you could get in trouble. It is copyright material. We already went through start here. This will be this video. I'll repost it. Tips for success. Okay. This is a tough class. I say it every semester. Nobody ever listens to me. You will have to spend more time studying than you did in high school. I suggest you break the material down that you have to study over the week and study a little every day and study it just as if you're going to teach it to me. Once you're done studying, say, the PowerPoints or the lab book, go back, look at the titles, cover the information on that page, see what you remember, make notes what you don't, go back and review it. Okay? Review. This is a marathon. This is not, a quick thing. You can't study a couple days before. You will not do well on the exams. Please, please, please listen to me with this. Okay? Please write effective emails, an introduction, a salutation, write complete sentences, add Grammarly. It's time to step into that professional environment. Communicate with us by email. Read every email or announcement that we post. Okay, here's a breakdown of studying. If you don't do well on a test, make an appointment with us. We can review test taking strategies. What I can tell you with testing is you want to read a question, think about it, okay? For example, the upper arm bone is which bone? Okay, what did she say? Did she say upper? Did she say lower? Is it in the arm? Is it in the leg? You want to think about it. Then go back and read the test question to make sure you've got it correct in your head before you even look at the answers. And then look at the answers and see if that correlates to what you were thinking. So many times when I review tests with students, they've not read the questions. Say they got 10 wrong, 5 of those they didn't read the question correctly. Don't give away points. Read the questions slowly and meticulously. The other 5 out of 10 that students have gotten wrong is they haven't studied the material. The more you study, the more carefully you read, the better off you will do. We do this, guys, to get you prepared for nursing. I see nursing students that I've taught, they say this class is easy compared to nursing. We are trying to get you ready and up to speed for your nursing classes. Please remember to be professional. We do our best to be professional with you. If you have an issue or a problem, come and address it in a professional manner. We are willing to talk to you about anything. We're willing to work with you. We do have our rules, of course, but if you have an issue, come and be professional. Okay? Cell phones are not permitted in my classes. However, we all have lives. If you have an emergency, you need to access your phone, come see me before class. Hey, Dr. D, I have an issue. Someone's going to call me. I'll step out. That's it. Okay? Extra credit is not offered in this class. Please do not ask me for extra credit. Don't. We expect you to know this material. This is the basis of your nursing, pre-med, of your pre-PT, and I mentioned nursing earlier, but any of the health sciences, this is the basic, this is the introductory. You need to know this material. We want to know that when you are caring for us, when we are older, that you know what you're doing. Please don't ask me for extra credit. That is saying to me, I don't care about knowing the material, I just want to get through it. Okay? Academic support, please come see us. Come see us week 1. Come say hi. Come to the open office hours. Stop in at lab. Introduce yourself. We love it. We love meeting you guys. We love helping you. If you can't get in, let me know. We'll make a Zoom. We'll meet in person. I'll buy you a cup of coffee. Let me know, okay? Study groups are helpful, but we are your first resource. We also have tutoring. We have tutors from previous semesters. We will have, actually, the Learning Center has been taking over. They'll email you. Take advantage of it, okay? Anything you can do. All right. All right, so coming on back here. Okay, so Respondus is your proctoring system. In order to begin the process, you need to come over to the home page and come down to the bottom. Hold on. Okay, let me go. I'm sorry, you have to go to your overall home page where your classes are. I apologize. I'm getting used to this as well. So I got there by clicking on the SUNY Poly Institute and then coming down. Respondus Lockdown Browser and Monitor. So this is an app, okay? You will download it to your computer and then review the tutorials on how to use it. And the basic gist is when it's time for your exams, okay, you will go in through this lockdown browser. You do not need this for quizzes, okay? There is one practice quiz that you will use it for just so you get used to it. Otherwise, you use it for your main exams, okay? So get used to that, get that locked down. Now, if we come back into the course, back under content, I have my personal directions. Okay, so basically you need to do a very thorough environmental scan. What that means is if you have a laptop, basically spin it around 360 so I can see the entire area. The entire area needs to be clear. You cannot be on a bed with stuff on it. You could sit on the floor, you could sit on a chair, you could sit at a desk. You have to have the area clear, okay? You have to show above, below, underneath, on the chair. Step away so you could show yourself to show that you don't have anything on you, okay? Now, if you have a desktop, you have to get a separate webcam and scan the entire area. Once you do that, you can either use your phone or a mirror to show the surface of the computer. If you have a desktop and a separate webcam, you can use that, obviously, to show the surface of the computer. Not only does the area have to be clear and you have to be on a desk or a table, you need to keep your eyes on the screen. If you consistently look away, you'll be flagged for cheating. The room has to be quiet. If you have to go into a bathroom, shut the door, tell everybody you're taking an exam. If somebody walks in, clearly state, I am taking an exam, okay? It happens. My kids walk in on me all the time. Just tell them, no, go away, because I'll be able to hear. I watch these, okay? So say something, can't be there. Cannot have your ears covered, cannot have earbuds in. If you have religious garb, just let us know. We are both female instructors. We're watching them. We can work on that with you. Send us an email. Don't sit in front of a window. The light will continuously flag you. You cannot wear a cap or a hat with a bill. It'll keep flagging you as well. After you do all of this, you cannot leave the computer. You may not reach for objects. Follow these directions, okay? I will meet with everybody in person as well to review these. This is essential. If you do not do this, you can be flagged for cheating. You will get a 0 for the exam. If you're caught cheating twice, you can be kicked out of the program. This is essential. We are not putting up with cheating anymore. This is one of the few things I'm very, very tough about. If you have any questions about this, meet with me. I'm happy to go through it with you, okay? All right, coming back to the content. And I realize this is a lot in one thing. You can take a break. It's a great thing about these videos. Here are several videos, including my own, on how to study. I think it's a good idea. Zip through it, see if you can get some tips that will help you. Also, when you take exams, read the questions carefully. Pretend that I'm trying to trick you and you're not going to let me. And you're looking at every single word, okay? Take your time with exams. Okay, so I've tried to give you a ton of information. You can use what you like. You don't have to if you don't like it. Different people learn in different ways. These are several pictures that we've taken over the years of lab slides, models, and dissections. You'll see that they're labeled. You click on them. They're PowerPoints. You can download them, play with them, draw on them, print them, whatever works for you. Every week I review the answers in the lab book. You'll see once you get your lab book that you have to fill in the answers. I've gone through and done a review. They will be hidden until it is time for you to complete that lab. So you got to get through the lab first and then you could see the answers. Okay. And then we get into the lecture nitty-gritty. You could see week 1, chapter 1. In here you have directions. You have, never mind, that will be for lab. That's already done for lab. Just ignore that. We should be in the student view. Hold on a second. Let me turn on the student view again. Okay, here we go. So let's get to content. And a lot of that stuff that I've shown you, let me pan down a little bit. Okay, start here, syllabus, how to study is introductory stuff that you won't reference all the time. The weekly stuff is what you'll reference all the time. And you can see you could kind of pan down over here as well. And it'll bring you right to that week 1 that we were looking at previously. Okay, so directions. Here's the PowerPoint notes. These are the same notes that are printed for you that you buy through the bookstore. So you can use that, but some people like to download them to their computer. If you have some super huge Mambo printer at home, you could probably do the same, but you blow through a lot of ink. That's why I have them for you at the bookstore. Here are the weekly videos. These are literally me lecturing in person. You can watch them ahead of the in-person lecture. You could watch them instead of the in-person lecture. You could watch them after the in-person lecture. And once again, you don't have to watch the whole thing at one time. You can start, do 15 minutes, memorize that, move on. You could do bits and pieces. The last thing in the weekly content are in-class review questions. These are not mandatory. These are optional. I find for me, if I have weekly questions, it helps me to focus. And they're just simple questions okay, that you can go through and use to follow along. Hold on a second. Oh, we only have the answers. Or I know in the future ones we have, here, we'll look at a different one. We have it set up differently. I'll redo that at some point. Okay, so we're back to content. Moving on to week 2, it's set up the same way. You have your directions, you have your PowerPoints. You also have videos, and then you have your review questions. For some reason, the first one is set up in that PowerPoint. This is what the rest of the weeks will look like. It takes a long time to load for some reason. If you download these, it moves much quicker. Okay. Okay, so there's some review topics, and then here's questions. And if you look, I also have the answers posted. So easy peasy. They're just another thing to review, okay, and give you another option. All right, back into week 2. Okay, now what I can tell you is the review questions are great. We'll have weekly quizzes too. The bulk of the material come from the PowerPoints and the videos. Okay, so study those like crazy so you know them inside out and you'll do well on the exams. Okay, and then you can see after that, all the other weekly content is going to be set up the same way. Now, in discussions, you have welcome 1. Okay, so come in the first week or 2 and do that. And then week 3, you have an actual case study. All the directions are right here. Please follow them and you'll get 2 points. There are 5 of them, including that welcome 1, which I kind of include. And I work that out. If you have any questions, let me know. You have to use one-sided resource other than the book and the notes. Okay. And you can see here's one week 6, here's one week 11, week 13. They'll be due at the end of those weeks. Make sure that you get them done. If you like, you could go in and get them done now. Have at it, okay? I'm telling you right now, these discussions can make or break your grade if you're on the cusp of passing or not. I would get in and get them done. Quizzes. Okay, so with quizzes, they will be posted in here. I actually, you can't see it because we don't have anything due, but I will open it up for you. Just so you can see, and all of them will be posted here. But you'll come in, quiz 1 will open up the Friday before it's due, okay? So it'll be available September 1st, which is a Friday. It closes September 4th, etc., etc. Okay. Now, quiz, respondus use rules and environmental scan. I'm just going to click on that one here. This quiz, if you have this done, and here are all the questions, it's an open book exam, okay? Look at all those rules I gave you. Get it in, we'll give you an extra credit point. I don't know why you cannot see it. Start date. You know what? I'll open it right now so I can show you how the quizzes will look. Give me just a second. Today. Okay. Let's see if this works. All right, not quite sure. I will check that and make sure it's working. Anyway, the quizzes will be posted here. Go in, click on them, take them, make sure you get them done. We will also send weekly announcements as to what is done that week. Okay, your grades will be posted in here once it's time to get going. And once again, we are here to help you. I think that's a good overall view. I will start sending weekly emails this coming Friday. I always post them the week before, generally by, Friday, sometimes Thursday, sometimes Sunday, but always before Monday. Welcome to the class. We are happy to help you. If you need anything, please don't hesitate to reach out. I hope you're all well. Take care, and I look forward to seeing you all. Bye.